If you find the albino amongst us blacks, we thought there's something wrong, or the family have got the curse.
It refers to people without skin pigmentation in their skin, without melanin.
I've heard that when they die, they disappear.
It's within the African belief that, if you are an albino, apparently you can be used for muti, for African witchcraft and stuff like that.
Albino killings for muti are prevalent in certain parts of Africa, but in South Africa, they face different challenges.
I always cringe when people say, oh, I'm so lucky to be living in South Africa where there are no albino muti killings like there are in Uganda. Well, I tell you what, we have even worse conditions here, that are not as physically overt as you have in Uganda. When I was born, in my family, they had never had an albino child, so I was the first. And what that meant was that it came with such heavy consequences. The name-calling thing is prevalent, it's something that's out there, can't really stop it. People look at you funny, people spit on the side when they see you, others are uncomfortable to even touch you, they think you have a disease, they think you're not well, they cringe at the sight of you, kids will run when they see you, they'll run behind their mummies at a shopping mall. You get a lot of that. There are 3 layers to the skin, the one where the blood runs, and there's what you see now with me here, and there's the outer skin, which is what will darken or lighten, depending on the light temperature and the heat. With me, I'm missing that outside part. So what happens is that direct sunlight hits very hard on the nerves, and if I don't look after it, if I don't protect the skin, it will really develop quite an adverse condition where it either hardens or it begins to crumble under the sunlight.
Albinism results in low vision due to improper development of the retina and abnormal nerve connections from the eye to the brain. As a consequence, albinos require regular eye exams.
I would like to look at it as a non-disability. I would like to look at it as a defect in some way, but it does prevent me from doing a lot of things that you and I can take for granted. For instance, I would love to drive a car, I would love to drive my own car. And unfortunately, science cannot solve that, so I cannot be able to drive myself. That's why I use public transport, which is absolutely not how I would love to have it. Ever so often I go for eye tests to check how the eye condition is doing, to see if it's deteriorating, to also check if the medical science has advanced, if there are solutions for what I have. The outcome of the eye test was quite devastating because what I discovered was that they still cannot correct the eyesight.
Ernest is a huge source of inspiration. In spite of his seeming shortcomings, he still goes after his dreams.
I knew from the get-go that I wanted to do media. There was never a doubt about it. Don't get me wrong, I don't want to be famous. I don't want to be a celebrity. I'm very much comfortable behind the scenes. I wouldn't trade what I do for anything else.
To fully understand a person, you have to walk a mile in their shoes. We hope a day spent with Ernest Mamagobo has helped understand albinism better and create a more tolerant society.
If you meet an albino person, extend your hand and let them do the same to you as well. That will probably be able to enable you to be more involved in our world and vice versa.